Welcome in, everybody. Glad you're with us. The national spotlight is on MLB The Show's Game of the Week. It's the Chicago Cubs taking on the Los Angeles Dodgers. Well, Siggy, as we come into this one, it's all about the sweep.
Yeah, and anytime there's a chance for the brooms to come out, the pressure is definitely.
And we'll be back with the first pitch right after this. About to get started here, and on the hill for the Dodgers, Shohei Ohtani. What do you look for here?
He finally picked up his first win of the season. Took him a few starts to get there, but now that you got that behind you, you can focus on moving things ahead. Looking for number 2 in this one.
Nico Hoerner, the leadoff batter, as he looks at ball 1. The 1-0. That clips the corner.
Man, that pitch was dotted. So much talent on display when this guy's out there on the hill.
That's to third. There's Hernandez handling the chance. Tosses to first, and they get Nico Hoerner one away. Here's a look at the Cubs lineup. An important piece, but a guy that's been struggling a little bit. They're DH in this one. Kyle Tucker.
Well, right-handed pitching has been a real challenge for him so far this season. You know, he's just not showing much consistency in those at-bats. Clearly, he's getting a shot to change that narrative in this one. Manager has some confidence that he can get it done. I'll be looking to see if he can put some good at-bats together to get some confidence going.
Ball 1 there.
1-1.
And strike 2.
See if you can go upstairs a little bit. Make sure you miss up and out of the zone since you're heading to count 1-2. Don't miss in the zone because that's where you can get hurt.
Just off the outside edge. And the count is even, 2-2.
Let's go, showtime.
Swing and a miss for the strikeout. Went back to the fastball, and it was effective.
Came inside with that 2-strike fastball nicely and just bunched him up on the inside part of the plate. Couldn't get around on it and catch it out front. Many times if you do, it's a foul ball. And you know, a lot of pitchers, they really don't like working inside with 2 strikes because they do not want to hit that batter. And when they've got him up against the ropes, got to figure out a way to put him away. Did a nice job right there.
That's down and in.
He's been raking in recent games, and a big reason why, getting ahead in counts. He's been able to do that consistently, and you see the results.
2 down, nobody on. Pitch misses, and that's ball 3. Sammy Sosa on deck for the Cubs. Next offering is in for a strike. 2 out, space is empty. That's ball 4. Tried another sweeper, but couldn't find the zone.
One of the things about that 2-out walk, the base runner over at first base is going to have a very aggressive secondary lead. So a ball down the line or into the gap will produce a 2-out RBI, and those are the best. That is, if you are the offensive side of it.
And the batter now, Sammy Sosa. Betts on the move. Makes the catch. And that is that. And the Dodgers are coming up to hit. No score. Major League Baseball is on the show. Back here with my pal Siggy. Today's starting pitcher, Shota Imanaga. Chris, what should we keep an eye on here with him?
Well, this guy had a bunch of wins last year, and I'll tell you what, as a position player, when you've got a pitcher that's going to go out there, take the ball, and put you in a position to win, for whatever reasons, you're relaxed, you enjoy playing behind him, but you also are able to score for a guy like that. And that's who he was for his team last year, and I'm sure they're hoping they get more of the same this season.
That one finds the zone. 0-2 now. Good eye in that spot.
Too close for me, partner, to take that 0-2 fastball, but for whatever reasons, he let it go by. He's still in the at-bat. I don't think he'll let the next one go.
Bounce to the right side, and that's a foul ball. Battling here as he fouls it away. And now the lefty the other way, and there's a hit.
Well, he found himself behind in the count right there, but he didn't give in. Good piece of hitting, going the other way with that pitch to beat the shift. You know, not a lot of guys are willing to do that, even with the shift on, because they're looking to pull the ball with authority. But it's a pretty easy hit if you want it. And now they've got
Shohei on the go. Pitch in for a strike. Safe at second with a stolen base. And the league leader in stolen bases does it again. That was close, but StatCast shows us why he so often seems to be on the safe side of these steal attempts, Chris.
Yeah, you see that plus speed, and he needed every last bit of it to swipe that bag. Such a threat on the bases.
Foul ball there.
One ball.
In the dirt, but kept close. To third, tag, got it.
Well, you want to see guys aggressive out there on the base paths, but you also want to see them smart as well in making their decisions. And right there, you couldn't really tell how far away that ball was. So if that's the case, you got to shut it down. He gets caught stealing there, takes himself out of scoring position.
One down, base is empty. This to third. Birdie fires over to first. And Betts is gone. Time to check out the Dodgers lineup. One guy swinging a hot bat recently, Shohei Ohtani.
Oh, Boog, you know I love guys that can run, and this guy has great speed. We'll see in this game if he gets a chance to use it. And if he does, I think even you are going to be really impressed because he can really impact the game with his wheels, and you like guys that can score, he's definitely able to do that.
Babe Ruth stands in with two away as he takes a ball. Next offering misses, and it's 2-0.
2-0 count, great hitter at the dish. If you're going to miss, you've got to miss outside the zone. You miss inside the strike zone, you'll be asking the umpire for a new baseball.
And a foul ball.
I wouldn't throw him another breaking ball. Try to go again with the fastball, slightly elevated. He just is having a hard time catching up.
Swing and a ball hit out towards left center field. Into the dive, and he got it.
One of the most fun and exciting things you can do as an outfielder, you lay out, you make a diving catch, and you end the inning. That gets the team fired up in the dugout.
All set for the start of the inning. And here's the DH for the Cubs, Kyle Tucker. Singing, you can't ask for anything more. This guy checks all the boxes offensively.
He is the ultimate professional, and it doesn't just start at game time. It starts in the afternoon, the way he prepares and gets ready for the ball game. I tell you what, his teammates feed off of the leadership that he shows on and off the field.
Throw on to Freeman. Leadoff man retired here in the second.
Batting fifth, the left fielder, number 4, Pete Crow Armstrong.
So up next, Pete Crow Armstrong. I think when you contemplate him as a player, the first thing you think about is defense, and you think about that great arm.
I also think about the speed. If he can get on, that's going to give one more thing for that pitcher to think about.
And a couple of quick outs.
Batting seventh, the first baseman, number 3.
Turner climbs in on that right side. Turner with just one more homer to reach the 200 career mark. First offering, and it just misses.
You know, we usually talk about bigger numbers when it comes to homers, but only about 400 major leaguers have ever hit 200 round trippers in their careers. He's putting himself in great company.
In the air, right field. Betts makes the play, and that'll do it. We'll go to the bottom of the second. No score. We head to the bottom of the second, and at the plate for the Dodgers, Aaron Judge.
All around, I think if you asked anyone in this organization who's the best hitter in the lineup, they would say him.
Fought off foul.
Judge enjoyed success at the major league level right away. He hit 52 home runs as a rookie, breaking Mark McGwire's record, and became the first Yankee to win Rookie of the Year since some guy named Derek Jeter.
The 0-2. Gets a piece and stays alive. Comes up empty as he chases that one in the dirt. Beats him for the first out, and that completes the strikeout.
Boog, if you can set up a good two-strike splitter with a fastball on the previous pitch, it's going to be so tough to recognize and adjust your swing to get a piece of it. Clearly had him reaching for it right there.
Freddie Freeman up to the dish. Hitless of the first two games of the series. He's 0 for 8. Swing and a ball lifted in the air. Crow Armstrong right there to make the grab. And there's 2 away.
Batting 6, the second baseman.
So 2 down now, and here is Jackie Robinson. This is a guy you got to keep an eye on when he digs in. Definitely been known to drop a drag bunt from time to time, and he's pretty good at it, Chris.
Yeah, and he creates a sense of urgency for the defense because of the speed, because of the ability to put down that bunt.
Base hit. So he gets on base and keeps it going.
Couldn't have timed it up any better than that. Other than ripping one into the gap or blasting one over the wall, there aren't a whole lot of hits that are more satisfying than a nice line drive in the center field. So that definitely felt good. And now let's see if they force some action with good wheels on the bases.
Here's Kike Hernandez. 2 gone, but the go-ahead run is at first. Bottom half of inning number 2. Next offering is fouled back. Struck him out without a swing. A controversial called strike 3 to end the inning. So no runs here on a base hit, no errors, and 1 left. We played 2 full. No score. Welcome back. Let's check out what's been happening of late. Really been playing well. Ohtani back to work. The shortstop takes the ball. Swanson matched a homer in his last game. Up the middle, Kim gets it to first, and Swanson is set down.
Batting 9, the catcher.
And now the batter is Carson Kelly. All right, Singy, you know I'm a dork. Shohei Ohtani, go back to May 5th, 2022 at Fenway Park. He tossed a complete game through 99 pitches. Get this, 81 strikes. It was the most strikes thrown with less than 100 pitches in a game since they started tracking pitch counts.
That's just unreal.
1 down, base is empty. Missing inside, 2-1. That's a little bit low.
First pitch strike from the pitcher, but then no panic at all by the hitter. Very patient, showing good discipline. Now he's in the driver's seat with the 3-1 count.
The 3-1 in for a strike, full count.
That's excellent location on the fastball right there early in this game. If he can do that all game, should be a good outing for him.
That was pretty nasty. Back to the leadoff spot in the Cubs lineup. Here's Nico Hoerner. Check swing, and he went. Strike one.
0-1's the count.
Top of the third, no score. Next pitch is outside. That one missed.
He's great hitting the ball the other way, and that pitch did a good job to straighten him up a bit. Mission accomplished.
Fastball for a strike.
That wasn't an easy pitch to hit. It's much easier to do damage against mistakes, but that's not what that pitch was.
Puts it in the air out towards left center. Nabs it, and that is that. 3 up, 3 down for the Cubs, and we're still knotted at 0. Welcome back. Let's take a look at how the series has played out so far.
Number 6.
Just missed. That clips the corner. Swing and a miss as he was late.
Well, they just threw that fastball by him, elevated, and if you're not looking up in that location, very difficult to catch up to, especially with that velocity.
Swings and misses. That K is his 3rd of the game.
That's about as nasty of a splitter as you'll come across, especially in terms of movement. I mean, that thing tumbles out of his hand and just drops off the table at the last moment. If he keeps it down, it's just so tough to put wood on.
The batter now will be Will Smith. That one lifted to left. Crow Armstrong moves after it. He's got it, and there's 2 away.
Just pulled off of it a little bit right there. That front shoulder coming open instead of staying closed. If he does that, he's going to be able to go up the middle the other way with some authority instead of a fly out to left.
Ohtani now in the box, comes up empty with a swing there. And he grounds one back up the middle. Swanson fires over to first, and they get Ohtani for the out, and that is the inning. Dodgers down in order, and we are still scoring. Back here in LA, start of the 4th, and here is John Birdie. Birdie in his 7th season, 35 years old, and he's been on a good run at the plate, hitting over 325 in his last 10 games.
You know, these Cubs just haven't produced as many competitive at-bats as I'd like to see in this one. They're swinging early, being aggressive, but 1 or 2 pitches later, the at-bat is over. That's not going to cut it if it's not resulting in hits. So they might want to be a little more selective up there.
That one misses, and a count 2-1. Line drive. Takes it himself. That's the first out in the top of the 4th.
Number 24,
Willie Mays digging in now. Scoreless here, but now he's got to deal with a guy who's got some power. Got to be careful when you're talking about a hitter with this type of slug and these type of home run totals. He takes it on his own. 2 quick outs here in the top of the 4th. Sammy Sosa now at the plate. Flied to right his first time. Swing, and this one's bounced on the ground. On the run, throw to first, and he gets him. Nicely done. And the Cubs are down in order. And welcome back to the ballpark. Bottom of the 4th, Mookie Betts will make his way to the plate. Turned on, but foul wide of third.
You know, these Dodgers just lacking discipline at the plate in this ball game. So many of their outs have come from weak contact on pitches they're chasing outside of the strike zone. You can't do much of anything with those locations, and that's been true again today. And as a pitcher, when the hitters are swinging at everything, you feel no need to challenge inside the zone. You just keep working the corners.
Now a blast to left center, way back there, on its way, out of here. He flexes his power with that swing, and just like that, they're out in front. It's 1-0. Chris, he's homered in back-to-back games now.
Yep, seeing the ball well, and he's got his timing locked in. He's looking pretty dangerous at the dish right now. They thought he could blow a high fastball by him, but he was ready for it. Look at how quickly he jumped on that pitch.
Babe Ruth steps to the plate for the Dodgers. He's 0 for 1. Hit on the ground to short. Swanson tosses to first. 1 out in the bottom of the 4th.
It's a good recovery, though, after giving up the home run. Not allowing it to stay in the head, but going to work at the next hitter, and a tough one at that.
Judge in the box with 1 away as he takes ball 1. 1 out, bases empty, and a run in. We're here in the bottom of the 4th. That's a hit. Man at first, here's Freddie Freeman now. First pitch misses. Fouled off left side. Judge over at first with 1 away. Swings through that one.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Line drive, caught.
It's never fun going back to the dugout after hitting a line drive that finds a glove, but you will get some high fives. You know, when you make great contact, you feel like you've done everything right. But in this game of baseball, not everything is in your control.
Robinson takes the ball as he stands in for the 2nd time. The kick and the pitch. Runner goes. There's the ball. Throw. Save.
Well, that steal right there is wanting to take advantage of having a really good hitter at the plate. Now they've got a much better shot at bringing home a 2-out RBI.
And another ball. Enrique Hernandez up next for the Dodgers. That one finds the zone. 3-1. That one fouled off. Runner at second, 2 down. Lifted in the air, right center field. Sosa. He's there. He's got it. And the inning is over. Ready now for the 5th inning. Now it'll be the Cubs DH, Kyle Tucker. First pitch doesn't find the zone.
You know, these Cubs, they're not going to be happy with the at-bats they've been having so far. Just 1 base runner to this point, and it's not exactly early anymore. They have guys in this lineup capable of sparking something, but it just hasn't happened for him yet.
2 balls, no strikes.
Swing and a high fly ball hit the air left center field. This one's got a chance. Onto the track, and he makes the catch.
The left fielder, Pete Crow Armstrong.
Here's the left fielder, Pete Crow Armstrong. And what a two-way player, not just offensively, but as good a defensive outfielder as there is in the game. And that's in for a strike. 0-1. 1 out, bases empty. Swing and a high fly ball pulled foul, and that's out of play. This one in the air center field. Judge is under it. Hauls it in for the out. And there are 2 outs.
Now batter, the first baseman, Justin.
And the batter will be Justin Turner.
His next home run will be the 200th in his career. It would be pretty cool to see it right here.
That one finds the zone. 0-1. And the sweeper is off the plate. That's off the inside corner. Now 2 balls and a strike. Tap foul at the plate. 2 down, nobody on. And we're at the top of the 5th. On the ground to third, and he can't come up with it. Still able to fire over. Safe at first as they can't make the play. So man aboard, Dansby Swanson, the next Cub to hit. That one catches the zone. That's strike 1.
0-1's the count.
Perhaps not quite ready to hit. First 2 pitches by him for a couple of strikes. Now back is against the wall. He's going to have to figure something out and figure it out quickly.
That misses. Now 1 and 2.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Turner, the runner at first with 2 gone. Knocks that one away, and we'll do it again. On the ground, right side, and foul ball. Foul ball, still a 1 and 2 count. On the ground, over to Jackie, and that will end the inning. Cubs leave 1. They're down 1-0. Welcome back. Quite a pitcher's duel so far. Here's how the starters have performed up to this point. Swing and a miss. Strike 1.
Wow. That's not even close to the zone.
Swing and a foul out of play. And that skips into there. Fights that one away. Still 1 and 2.
Well, you can't really adjust your game plan for that last pitch. Guy hasn't thrown it very much. You got to focus on the stuff that he's throwing up there most of the time.
In the air, fairly deep to right field. Hauls it in for the out. And there's 1 down.
Now batting, number 6.
Hesung Kim steps to the plate for the Dodgers.
And there's one thing on his mind this at bat: get that first hit at the big league level.
He swings and fouls one off.
Here's a fun fact: Dodger Stadium was also the home of the Los Angeles Angels for 4 years in the 1960s while they waited for Anaheim Stadium to be built. When the Angels were playing games at home, instead of Dodger Stadium, they called it Chavez Ravine Stadium.
Just missed.
That's inside.
Goes down looking. So he gets the call and picks up the strikeout looking.
Sometimes with a good hitter at the plate, he'll be the one to get the benefit of the doubt if he lays off on a close pitch like that, but just not right there. Strike zone definitely expanded a little bit with 2 strikes.
And up to the plate is Will Smith. Ball 1 low.
He's been going after these guys consistently, and as a result, he's been able to keep his pitch count low, throwing the ball very well right now.
Next offering is fouled back. So a foul ball makes it 1-2. Fouled off, and they'll do it again. Two outs. Swing and a ground ball up the middle. Jump throw across his body. Nicely done for the out. Nothing doing for the Dodgers here, but they're on top 1-0. And we're back. Here's the catcher, Carson Kelly. Ohtani back to work. In the air, out towards left center. And out number 1 on the grab.
Woo. He was all over that first pitch fastball, just barely missed it. Man, this guy was ready to hit.
So here's Horner now. 0 for 2 in this one. Just missed. Fouled off down the right side. Base is empty, 1 away, and we're in the top half of the 6th. This one popped up. Foul ground, first base side. And he makes the catch. And there's 2 away.
Good hard fastball up in the zone right there. They look really good coming in, but so hard to get on top of as a hitter.
John Birdie at the plate.
The offense needs to start showing some fight against this starter. He's doing his thing out there. They're going to have to push back at some point and make him work a little bit harder.
Outside low. And 1-1.
In this situation, as the number 2 hitter, 2 out, nobody on, you want to be a table setter. Work the at bat, get deep, whatever it takes, get on first base.
1-1 now. Just missed.
2 balls, 1 strike.
Next offering is fouled back. Swing, and that ball smashed on a line. And that is that. Cubs are down quietly. They trail here 1-0. Back here at Dodger Stadium, ready to go for the last half of the inning. And now here's the Dodgers designated hitter, Shohei Ohtani. And first offering is fouled off.
You know, these Dodgers, simply put, are producing a lot of quality swings. They've hit 7 line drives already, and even though some of them have been for outs, there's nothing wrong with delivering consistent, hard contact. That's almost always going to lead to positive results.
That one inside. 1-2 to count. And that one in the air center field. Mays in pursuit and puts the squeeze on that one. One away.
That's just a really nice catch on the run right there. He saved extra bases for sure. If the pitcher's his friend, he'll give him a second to catch his breath before he's ready to deal the next pitch.
Here's Mookie now. His homer earlier is responsible for the only runs they've scored in this one.
Yeah, forget small ball. They're kind of living and dying by the long ball so far in this one.
Just missed. Grounds one to short, and that one finds its way through. So a man aboard now with one away.
Another multi-hit game for him. He's been really hot lately. He kind of rolled over on this pitch a little bit, but he got enough behind it to shoot it through for a knock, and you'll take that anytime you can get him to find a hole.
Ruth in the box again, takes the strike.
When you're taking your lead over there at first, you got to be very careful. This guy on the mound's got a good pickoff move.
Late swing, foul to the left. A little bit low. It's a ball and 2 strikes.
Really close pitch down around the knees there, and you could see him asking where it missed. Probably doesn't agree, but it appears he's ready to move on to the next pitch.
Misses the zone for a ball. That was the sweeper. Betts stands at first with 1 out. Swing and a pop up in foul ground. Makes the grab. Runner tagging from first. Now he changes his mind and heads back to first without a throw.
The center fielder, number 99.
Here comes the manager out of the Cubs dugout, and he will make a move to the pen. Shota Imanaga departs.
Now pitching for
So they turn things over to the righty, Ryan Brazier.
Just trying to keep this one close here, and this is where a bullpen can give their players a chance to fight back into the game.
It's Aaron Judge now, 1 for 2. And that misses. 1-0.
Counts 1-0.
Hammers that one deep left field and forget it. He sends it out of here. It's his 6th home run of the season, and they add to their lead. It's 3-0.
Already playing with the lead, and now they're celebrating a home run. They're having a great time out there.
Singy, this was a mammoth home run, over 460 feet, according to StatCast.
You know, Boo, there are only maybe 20 or so guys in the game that can hit a baseball that far, and it's absolutely crazy it's even that many. Such an impressive swing of the bat right there.
So 2 away with nobody on. So now it's Freddie Freeman. Swing and a miss, and that one missed by a ton.
Well, they've kept him pretty quiet in this series. Still doesn't have a knock. I know you want to get that first knock out of the way. Maybe more will come, but you got to give some credit to the pitching staff. They've had a great plan against him.
The Cubs bullpen with some action. Tyson Miller up and throwing for manager Craig Counsell. Presley also throwing. So a foul ball makes it 1-2. Cuts on it and misses. That's a strikeout. Some high cheese for strike 3. Top of inning number 7. So up now for Chicago, Willie Mays. Here's a new pitcher from the pen, Dustin May. This is his 3rd time out this year. And that's way high. And that's ball 1. May, a righty that throws with power. 27 years old, and he was a 3rd-round pick back in 2016. May delivers. And there's a foul ball. The 2-1. And that one wrapped foul. Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball. May fires. That one just misses.
That's a good miss off the inside part of the plate. You'd much rather miss there than out over the plate where this guy could do some real damage.
That one misses. So a leadoff walk.
That could jumpstart an offense that's really struggled to score in this one. Don't want to wake a team up with the free pass.
Sammy Sosa, the next Cub to hit. Outfield deep here, trying to prevent anything over their heads. Oh, he doesn't get the call. And that's ball 1.
It's a tough pitch, but in terms of the best pitch you're going to get to hit in the at-bat, that fastball was down enough where you're going to catch up to one. That's the one. When he elevates, guys aren't touching it.
Squirts away a little bit. Sliced hard but foul.
Well, the leadoff man gets on. You want to minimize the threat by playing sound defense. Hopefully the pitcher can get a ball on the ground and they can roll him up for 2.
Runner at first with no outs here. That one hit to right. Betts makes the grab, one away. Here's Kyle Tucker.
Now batting, the designated hitter, Kyle Tucker.
In the dirt, blocked. In there safely. And now a man into scoring position.
You know, sometimes it takes a reliever a little time to get comfortable with the mound out there, especially when they come in trying to be nasty with every pitch they throw. Not exactly what they were looking for when they called him in, though. We'll see if he can settle down. Pretty good pitch to take a pass at in a 1-0 count. Just not able to square it up.
That's ripped. Base hit. Coming home. He'll score. It's an RBI single, and now just a 2-run deficit.
Everything came together for him. Anytime you rip a line drive the other way, you feel really good about what you did at the plate. You trusted your hands, you let the ball travel, and you took the barrel straight to it. That's great work right there.
And the Dodgers will go to the bullpen. Dustin May out of the game. 2-run ball game as he heads for the dugout, and we'll be back with a new pitcher.
Now
Pitching change here, Anthony Banda.
Well, the best relievers love the opportunity to come in and protect the tight lead late in the ball game. Some of them are just wired different, so we'll see what he's got here.
Now a chance for Pete Crow Armstrong. That's out number 2. Here's Justin Turner. 1 home run shy of 200 for his career. Way upstairs, and that is ball 1. And there's a ball. That one to first, and that's just foul. With the tying run at the plate, here in the top half of inning number 7. Swing and a miss. Missed that by a mile. And the count's even at 2. And that just misses.
Well, I think he's trying to get a feel for where that one missed. I mean, it could have gone either way, but he looked a little shocked for a second there.
Tying run at the plate. And a foul ball, he stays alive. Turner pops it up. Smith under it. He's got it. And that is that. Back here at Chavez Ravine, bottom of the inning. Here's the second baseman, Jackie Robinson. Lifted in the air, right field. Sosa. And there's one down. Here's Kike Hernandez.
Number 8.
Looks like it'll be a pinch hitter, Max Muncy.
Man, it must be nice to pull a superstar off your bench, huh?
Outside low, and it's 1-0. Ripped on a line. He won't get there. That should be extra bases. Muncy into second. It's a double.
Well, the last 10 games or so have been anything but fun at the plate for him, so that one has to feel good. He hit that ball really well to deep right field right there. Got a pitch to drive and just stayed through it nicely. Didn't quite have the trajectory to clear the fence, but you're always happy with an extra base hit.
Now it's the shortstop, Hesung Kim. Ground ball up the middle. Throw to first in time.
Good two-seam action right there, running away from the batter, rolled over it, got the ground out.
Will Smith to the plate. Swings through that one for strike 1.
Good pitch right there. Anytime you can get one by a bat of this caliber, especially with runners on, it's got to give you some confidence out there on the mound that you can win this battle.
Bounced, and that got the pitcher. The throw is still in time, and they do get the out. So the Dodgers leave one, and the score stays 3-1. Back at the ballpark as we take a check of the bullpen so far this season. That one ripped. And foul ball. In the air, left field, down the line. No trouble here. Puts it away for the out. And a quick out, number 1.
Good pitch. He just kind of had him out in front on that pitch away and wasn't able to stay close.
Now the catcher up to hit, Carson Kelly. Swing and a line drive and a base hit up the middle. And that'll bring the tying run to the plate.
Look, I don't think that pitch would have been called a strike, but he did such a nice job of pulling his hands tight to the.
Here comes the manager out of the dugout, and he'll make a move for the bullpen. So the Dodgers have a new arm on the mound, Evan Phillips.
These are the spots relievers really make a name for themselves, late and close. There's not much margin for error, but at the same time, there's a reason they're put in these situations.
And fouled off. The tying run at the plate. Swing and a miss.
Good late sink on that fastball. Out of the hand looks so good, and then by the time it gets in the hitting zone, hard to get the barrel to it.
That one out to right. Makes the catch for the out.
Well, such a confidence boost for a reliever to come into the ball game and get the first hitter he faces. Just makes everything slow down a little bit, and then from there can really settle in.
Birdie at the plate now. That's ball one. And a foul ball. Tying run at the plate. Here's a rip to short, but he's there for the third out. One left for the Cubs, and it remains a 3-1 ball game. Back now, new pitcher on the mound as we roll into the bottom of the eighth, Ryan Presley.
Pretty tight game, so they're looking for quality pitches out of him right here. Got to do his best to keep the score right where it is.
Back to the top of the order. Shohei Ohtani up to the dish. Not your prototypical leadoff guy. Gets on base, yes, but also some power. And the first pitch misses for ball one. Presley, a former All-Star. He features a four-seam fastball, a slider, a slurve, a changeup, and he works in a sinker. The 1-1. Out to center. Mays under it. Brings it in. And there's one away.
Now batting, the right fielder, Mookie.
And now it's Mookie Betts. He's already homered in this game. First pitch, and he just misses. Movement in the Cubs bullpen. Tyson Miller up and throwing. Swing and a high fly ball left field. Willie Mays makes the play.
The left fielder, number 3, Babe.
2 down, bases empty. Babe Ruth steps to the plate for the Dodgers. 0 for 3 in this one. And first offering is fouled off. 2 down, nobody on. Here, the bottom half of the 8th inning. Next offering way upstairs. The 1-1 is fouled off. Yeah, the 1-2 misses to even the count.
Well, it's a good pitch there. Really had some run and finished a little up and in just on the edge. And that's one of those, if you swing at it, you had a broken bat as you jog back to the dugout.
Swings and sends a rocket to right. Sosa makes the catch, and that'll do it. Dodgers go down quietly, but they still lead it 3-1. We go to the ninth. Here comes the closer here in the ninth, Tanner Scott.
And I can't imagine any save is an easy one. You're holding a small lead on the scoreboard, and you know those hitters. They're going to give you the best at bats they can, so it's always high stress. Let's see what he's got here to try and close it out.
First pitch just misses.
It's getting squeezed a little bit here late.
And that one fouled off.
Look out. That ball was smoked. Man, I am so relieved that they have this netting down the lines. Just ensures safety for the fans. Last thing as a player, you want to look up and see a fan get hit.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Swing and a miss. Struck him out. And a strikeout for the first out here in the ninth.
Well, that right there is what you want to see out of your closer. Come in and close the door, cancel any hope that that opponent has in making some type of comeback in the ball game. Tell you what, that helps him settle in, and that helps everybody else relax a little bit to get these other 2 outs.
Sosa in the box now. No balls and a strike.
Just amazing to me how many closers and back-end relievers just throw absolute gas these days. I never even had a chance.
The Dodgers trying to close out a 2-run lead. Swings and misses. It's a strikeout. And they're down to their last out.
Very strong coming out of the pen so far as he punches out the first 2 batters he's faced in this one. Getting straight to work. Man, it's talked about a lot, but relievers are just so electric these days. These aren't fun at bats if you're a hitter. I'm so glad I'm retired.
Tucker stands in here, takes ball 1 low. Swing and a foul straight back. Two down, nobody on. Inside. Ball 2. Right through there for a strike.
Cold night like tonight, last thing you want to do as a hitter is get jammed or even off the end. Trying to find that sweet spot on the bat. Tell you what, you're going to try to catch things out front, so off-speed pitches may be a good complement to that fastball.
The Cubbies down to their final strike, and that's ball 4. And that'll bring the tying run to the plate.
What a battle. It's not always easy laying off a 3-2 pitch, and I tell you what, he earned that walk.
So digging in, Pete Crow Armstrong. Yeah, that's fouled off. Ground ball up the middle. That's a base hit. They stop the lead runner at second. Now 2 on with 2 outs.
Really nice job staying up the middle with his approach. He didn't try to do too much with the pitch. Just shot it through the infield. Really important at bat coming up now.
Now a move being made at second base. Coming in as a pinch runner, Seiya Suzuki. Now Justin Turner gets a chance to hit.
Well, I guarantee you, after that last visit from the pitching coach, all they did was remind his pitcher, focus on this hitter and nothing else.
Ball 1 there.
This is the guy they turn to get the most important outs of the ball game, but They're going to make him work to get this save.
Hit to right, and that ought to do it. He'll squeeze it for the final out, and the Dodgers claim the win here behind some great pitching and defense.
Well, this was a total team effort, using 6 pitchers in this ballgame to get the win. Outstanding job of passing the baton. The next pitcher stepping up and getting it done. You got to give them a lot of credit because this is not easy to do. We'll see how it affects them over the next couple of days.
And your final 3-1. Dave Roberts and company celebrate in the dugout. For Chris Singleton and our entire outstanding crew here at MLB The Show, I'm John Shambi.